This is the model to show the pulmonary plexus. Pulmonary plexus is a plexus of nerve which is made up of sympathetic component and the parasympathetic component in order to supply the visceral pleura and the whole of the bronchial tree. Is finer and finer branching, that is up to the alveoli, where the whole of the neurovascular structure going up to the is finer and finer branching along with the nerves, vessels, the pulmonary vein, pulmonary artery, the bronchial vein, the bronchial artery. Everything is passing up to the bronchopulmonary segment and then up to the alveoli. So this nerve also going into that along with the connective tissue in between the alveoli and supply there, and it supply the bronchial tree and the visceral pleura. Okay, now it is of two type: anterior pulmonary plexus and the posterior pulmonary plexus. Anterior pulmonary plexus is on right side as well as in the left side, but here I have made only of the right side. The anterior to the lung root is the anterior pulmonary plexus and the posterior to the lung root is the posterior pulmonary plexus. Same here, the anterior and the posterior pulmonary plexus. Now anterior pulmonary plexus, it carry both sympathetic and parasympathetic component. A sympathetic component, which is shown by this red and orange, they are coming from the superior, middle and the inferior cervical ganglion. Superior cervical ganglion, it is made up of 4 cervical ganglion. Actually it lies behind the carotid sheath. This is the carotid sheath containing internal jugular vein and the common carotid, then internal carotid, and in between there is vagus nerve. Anteriorly there is ansa cervicalis and the posteriorly sympathetic chain. This sympathetic chain I have made it here, that is the superior cervical ganglion, which is made up of 4 cervical ganglions, C1, C2, C3, C4, and the middle one is the smallest, and the inferior, this is 4 and this is 2 and this is C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, and this is C7 and the C8, T1. Okay, now this, it gives, every cervical ganglion gives this cardiac branches. Okay, now cardiac branches, this is heart and here it forms the cardiac plexus. After supplying the heart, giving the sympathetic supply over there, then it travels and come to the anterior aspect of the lung root, and now it is known as the sympathetic component of the anterior pulmonary plexus, after making the cardiac plexus over the heart. And this is from superior and this is middle and this is the inferior cervical ganglion sympathetic component. And the parasympathetic component, this one, the blue color, the parasympathetic component is coming from the vagus nerve. This is vagus nerve, which is running here in between the internal jugular vein and the internal carotid artery. Now it in front of the aortic arch is coming, and also here give here the forming the cardiac plexus, giving the parasympathetic component to the heart, and then it is coming anterior pulmonary branches. Here the sympathetic component forming the cardiac plexus and then coming, but the pulmonary, it is coming a straight way, the anterior pulmonary branches, which is 2 to 3 number, the pulmonary branches of the vagus nerve. They have only 2 to 3 number, 1 and 2. Okay, and now it is making a plexus over there, sympathetic plus parasympathetic. Okay, now posterior pulmonary plexus, it lies posterior to the lung root, and here it also contains sympathetic and the parasympathetic component. This is the sympathetic component. This one is a sympathetic component, and they are coming from this inferior cervical ganglion. It also contains T1. That's why it's called the stellate ganglion. And this is the T2, T3, T4, and the T5. The upper four thoracic sympathetic ganglia provides the sympathetic component. First, it forms the cardiac plexus over the heart, and then it comes and forms the posterior pulmonary plexus. The parasympathetic component is coming from the many pulmonary branches. Anterior one is only 2 to 3, but posterior many pulmonary branches coming from the vagus nerve. Okay, and now it is forming the posterior component on the posterior pulmonary plexus. The sympathetic is bronchodilator and the vasoconstrictor, whereas the parasympathetic is bronchoconstrictor but vasodilator. Parasympathetic increases the glandular secretion over the bronchus, the bronchial tree, whereas the sympathetic is an emergency, is fear and fight system. So it inhibits the glandular secretion of the bronchial tree, as well as the parasympathetic promotes the smooth muscle contraction, whereas it relaxes the smooth muscle contraction. So the sympathetic is bronchodilator, whereas the parasympathetic is bronchoconstrictor. Okay, so this is about the pulmonary plexus. Thank you.